After a crash, one of the first decisions people face is whether to use their own insurance or the at-fault driver's insurance. Using your own insurance is called a first-party claim. Using the at-fault driver's insurance is called a third-party claim. Both options have advantages and disadvantages depending on the accident, your coverage, and how quickly you need help. When using your own insurance, your insurance company does not need to wait for the other company to accept liability before beginning the process. This can sometimes mean faster inspections, repairs, and rental assistance. However, you may need to pay your deductible upfront while the insurance companies investigate the accident. For some people, especially with deductibles around $1,000 or more, this can be difficult financially. If the other driver is ultimately found at fault, your insurance will usually attempt to reimburse your deductible through subrogation. Some insurance companies may also waive the deductible upfront, especially if the vehicle is clearly considered a total loss. If your vehicle's likely totaled, or if you can temporarily cover the deductible and wait for reimbursement, using your own insurance can sometimes be a strong option. It is also important to understand that first-party insurance is usually the only path where the insurance company is contractually obligated to consider an independent appraisal if you disagree with the total loss value of your vehicle. First-party evaluations also sometimes come in slightly higher on actual cash value compared to third-party evaluations. When using the at-fault driver's insurance, one major advantage is that you usually do not have to pay your deductible upfront. However, third-party claims can sometimes move slowly because the insurance company may wait for police reports, insured statements, photographs, or other evidence before accepting liability. If your vehicle is sitting in a tow yard during this process, storage charges can increase very quickly. Insurance companies may send a mitigation letter asking you to move the vehicle while liability is being investigated. If you fail to move the vehicle after receiving this notice, they may later refuse to pay storage charges after a certain point, sometimes after around 14 days. If possible, request the tow truck take the vehicle to your home or another storage-free location after the crash. This can buy you more time while liability is being investigated. If the vehicle is still drivable, you may also have more flexibility to wait before moving forward with repairs. It is also important to understand that third-party insurance companies are generally not required to consider an independent appraisal if you disagree with the total loss value of your vehicle. Third-party total loss evaluations also tend to come in lower than first-party evaluations on actual cash value.